Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Unite SNP. Thank you for coming today and hanging out with Yo boy. I got both puppies over here now. The original plan, and I'm still going to make my way that direction over where we left off in the last episode. What you doing up there, kitty? We got to get some fish. We got to get some of these cats tamed. But I ended up stopping here at the little village, and I've been putting in a lot of work. Now, I previously recorded some of this. Building... Oh, that shadow is insane. Building this villager breeder, building this iron farm, and I had some issues with my editing software. I updated it and that file went corrupt and lost a bunch of information, and it was very unfortunate. But in the meantime, I completed this villager breeder and it is pumping them out. I completed the iron farm and it's should be putting in a lot of work as well. I've been doing a little bit of AFK. My plans over here, like I said, I didn't plan on building over here, but I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to make this place look a lot nicer. Let's see. Let's go down here and see how much iron we have. We'll grab some of it as we go. Oh, yes. Yes, fantastic. So I'm just going to grab a bunch of this, and we're going to take it over here to where the villagers are, where they transport from the breeder. I started a trading hall, and I've got some ideas. That's what we're going to work on this episode. Maybe a little bit of stuff up here with this. I would like to run that iron to the surface and not have to go underground to get it. But my villagers, they run underground from the breeder over to this situation. Let's see, right here. Yes, found it. Like I said, we got to spruce all this up. I want it to look really nice, and I haven't done much desert building, so I think it could be a lot of fun. Gonna be loud. Let's turn it down. There we go. So, yes, this monstrosity, they float down a water path over to here, and when they're babies, they're kind of like in a little 1x1 block, and there's water above their heads here, so as they grow, they float up automatically, float over and down into this little chamber. Down here, this is what I really want to work on today. I'd kind of done a few. This whole side is toolsmith, so you can just trade up emeralds for iron. Hey, give me that back, would you? What do I have here? Get out of my face. There we go. So you can trade a whole bunch of your iron for emeralds, and that's how we're going to get our emeralds. This whole side's going to be just the toolsmiths. This side's going to be an assortment of villagers, starting with some of our librarians. So far I have Silk Touch and Mending just to get the ball rolling, but I want to take this whole section and move it out one block on each side, kind of really open it up so we can do a lot of decorating. Also want to move these guys back as well. And then standing on pistons is what I'm going to attempt to do. And then behind them is going to be open where zombies can run back and forth. And then they're going to be able to give us our discounts. We'll just flip a lever, drop the villager, let them get bitten, bring them back up, and cure them. And we'll have our discounts. But that's the plan. That's the goal for today. I got to spruce this up as well. I want to move our controls down here. But for right now, I just kind of come up, hit a button. Oh, nothing happened. You didn't see that? And just like that, scoops up a villager. You stand right here, get your trades that you want, and then just move them right on down the line. Where did that minecart go? He's sitting on it. Interesting. But yeah, ton of work to do. Let's get busy, baby. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to tear these steps out and maybe do a water elevator down to this area. But let me show you some of the stuff I've done so far. So I started clearing this area out. We got to add some more chests and such. I had to go get some more wood, so we should have enough now. But I'm going to do stuff like emeralds and maybe some iron storage down here. But definitely a lot of different book storage and maybe some workstations. Like, see, where was that at right here? I have some smithing tables. I have some lecterns and such. But yeah, this is kind of what I'm starting to get worked out. You can see I popped this out one wide on each side. On this side, I went ahead and worked out the details as far as getting our discount. So you'll flip this lever, homie will drop down, he'll get bitten by the zombie, and then once he turns, we'll bring him back up, cure him, and have our discounts. And I think that'll be fantastic. I think some of the things that I've added so far, see, we have mending here, we have impaling 5. I wasn't going to use impaling, but in case I want a good trident in the future, it was hard to pass up. I mean, that was level 5 impaling. So, and then also I have a looting 3. I'm going to continue to work on this area, but what I worked out, let's see, we're going to test the situation out real quick. So I put a lever right in front of our little workstation. Let me go ahead and pop this off because we're going to need to get under here. So we'll use that trapdoor. Excuse me. Thank you. Yes, just like this. Now, what I want to do is come down 2 blocks, and then we're going to have to replace because I'm a big old dummy. Let's see, do I have any more pistons lying around? We got 4. Fantastic. Okay, so I don't know why I use that. I don't need that right now. So underneath of this piston, we're going to have to place another piston because my stupid self, if I raise that up now, he's going to get killed. So he shouldn't be able to get out if I go ahead and do this. But let's go ahead and wire up this redstone really quick. So it's going to be very simple. Once we flick this lever, this will extend. So let's go ahead and take this piston out. Yes, yes, flawless. And just like that. It's that simple. I just kind of wanted to bring you guys in, show you some of the progress that I've made so far. And yep, we're all good. So this side also had like the little hole. The reason I do the trapdoors like this, it seems like some of the experience points get stuck, but I won't be trading with these guys enough for it to matter because I originally had these cut out here, but it looked weird because over here it's fine. These workstations fill in those gaps, but the lecterns, they're a little bit more thin in the middle, so I ended up putting a block there. But I'm going to continue to figure out some decoration on this. We got like a nice little archway going up top with some lanterns hanging down. I think it turned out pretty cool. Let me show you. Maybe we'll do one of these together really quick. So I think our little, let's see, how's this go? Right here? Yes. Goes right here, and then we're going to want to extend it. So let's go ahead and do that now, so we're not doing it after the fact. Ooh. Let's see. Give me just a moment. Aha, so I put my lever over here just so we can get our little rail system up in this situation. But I'm going to make another toolsmith just so to continue the line down. And I wanted to show you how easy this was with the new system. Let me get all set up here. Aha, perfect. Okay, so now all we have to do, as I ran some redstone from this second button here. It's kind of hard to tell because it's stone on stone, but we got a button here, runs around the back and hooks to this dispenser, and we'll go ahead and hit that button now, and it does absolutely nothing. Did I miss? Aha. Wait a minute. I know what the problem is. Ah, okay. Here we go. Yes? Okay, watch me get this first try. Ready? Haha. Yes. Fantastic. Now we have our little toolsmith right here. Let's go ahead and do that, and we'll get some emeralds over here. We got plenty. Yes. So let's go ahead and trade up with this guy until he levels up. I mean, the stone pickaxe, we'll just throw them on the ground, let them despawn. Never think about them ever again in our entire lives. When we're ready to send this guy off, now you can see he's leveled up. We have our iron trade here, so we can always just come in, boop, fill up our inventory full of emeralds, hit our button, he's on his way, and he goes right into his spot. All I have to do now is just come over here, kind of push him a little bit so we can put that down. Yes, fantastic. And that's it. That's all done. So that's the process that I've been working with today. So I'm going to continue this tunnel one out, maybe figure out a little better decoration design. And this time I'm just going to do the work, and I'll bring you guys back when I get the final product of what I'm looking for. Now, it probably won't be completely done because this is going to be a long tunnel, either super long tunnel or it's going to be kind of a horseshoe and wrap around the other side, because I want to have a bunch of these librarians with a bunch of different really good enchantments. But also what I've never done before is I want to have maybe some clerics, maybe some farmers for like golden carrots and stuff like that. Just kind of broaden my knowledge and my experience with villagers, because this is pretty much the extent of what I've done in the past. So I kind of want to continue on that route and learn a little bit more about it. But yeah, let's get the basic idea going. Okay, we back. So I just pretty much kept the same basic shape. Just threw some leaves and such in the top. Now I'll probably detail this out later on once I kind of get the feel of what we want. Let's turn this down real quick. But I was more focused on the mechanics of the situation. So like I showed you guys earlier, how I put the villagers into the slots. This is the one that we did together, and I did this one over here, but I don't think I'm going to do this side. There's not really any point in lowering this down. I mean, it's 4 iron. I could be a 1-for-1, which if I decide to do later on, I can do, but right now I'm more concerned about this. So I tested my situation out. I got my little zombie back here. Let's see, let's get under here. He's back here somewhere. He's way down there. There he is. He's coming. His name, I think I just named him like Discount or something. Yeah. So that way he doesn't despawn. What I ended up doing, I ended up getting a Fortune 3 villager, and it was like 50, oh, it was 39 here. So it's like 39 emeralds for the one book, which is fairly expensive in my opinion. So I went ahead and had this guy turn into a zombie, cured him, turn into a zombie again, cured him. Now we're down to 1 emerald and 1 book for a Fortune 3, so that's fantastic. You cannot get any better than that. But I went ahead and traded up with this guy enough to get name tags, because I want a name tag. You can see we got Fortune here, we have Silk Touch, we have Mending. That way it makes it easier as we go down the line. I can see what I have, what I need, until I get used to where they're at. Now these guys, I do not have them discounted yet. I mean, 5 emeralds is not bad, but there are some other ones like Mending, that's pretty high. Let's see, where's the efficiency 5? I'm pretty sure that Joker's pretty high. Yeah, 40. So let's go ahead. I don't have him set up to the system just yet. Really? Do I not? Oh, I do. All I have to do is put a what's this called? A lever down. So let me get him ready. We'll get him changed into a zombie, and we'll cure him really quick. Okay, so I went ahead and put our lever here. I went ahead and made another golden apple. I had made some splash potion of weakness. I had to go all the way back to the starter village to get those brewing stands. But yes, so I need to change this really quick. I need to get a trapdoor. Be right back. Okay, we ready. So I ended up being able to get all these zombies. If you can see down here, there ended up being a mine shaft underneath this thing, and I heard a bunch of zombies, and they just kind of made their way up. But what I had originally done was put slabs here, thinking maybe that would keep the villager in as I dropped down their piston. Yeah, what's up, dog? But it ended up being a little bit too big. So right here, I'm putting trapdoors. It keeps the villager in. As you can see, he can't get out, but it allows the zombie to be able to bite him. So now he's getting turned. Give him a minute. There he goes. And we'll go ahead and raise him back up. Hook him up with a little bit of splash potion of weakness. Yo, boy. Eat up. And just like that, he's going to be cured here in just a second. So he was at what, like 40 emeralds, I believe? Let's see what he turns out with once he's cured. We'll probably have to do this one twice to get it down to 1, but still, either way, it's going to be a better deal than what it was. In the meantime, while this guy's curing up, I did have a ton of levels. As you can see, I got a bunch of iron over here. Again, I'm trying to AFK as much as possible, just for the simple fact of I've been spending all of my iron. I'm almost completely out of iron, but I had a ton of levels, and when I was working out the mechanics with this guy, I dropped him down, and he ended up getting loose once I removed that half slab. And there was 2 or 3 zombies back there at the time because I didn't want him to despawn, and I was trying to keep him in render distance long enough till I get name tags. It was a catastrophe. I ended up being able to rescue my villager, but I ended up dying like 19 times, so I lost all my levels. So let's trade up, get some more emeralds here, and mainly get these levels in. Now, just to double check that there's no XP back here. Yeah, there's a little bit. Come here, you. Would you? Make your way downtown? Walk fast? Yes. Okay, fantastic. All right, so the reason I wanted to get those levels, you can see I went from 0 to 20. So trading with villagers, as you can see, is a very fantastic way to get XP. But I wanted to be able to just go ahead and name this guy. So what was this? Efficiency? There we go. Sheesh. Finally spelt it correctly. All right, so, and in this way, optimally, and probably what I'll do in the future, is you want to name this guy before you turn him into a zombie, because once you do, they have the chance of despawning, and that would be very unfortunate. But yeah, let's let this guy cure up and see what we're at. Ah, there we go. So we went from 40 down to 15. I can do this one more time and get him down to 1 emerald, which is probably what I'll do. This is going to be very beneficial and turn around a great profit for us. I fell in the hole. Sheesh. Turn a great profit for us once we build our library, which is going to be the plan for the next episode. In the shopping district, I got a nice little library build shop to come up with, and I can't wait to show you guys. I think it'll be pretty fun. But I just want to show you, I mean, we don't have that many villagers here, but I wanted to show you just how much work I've done. So if we go to our statistics and go down to traded with villagers, 2,181. So it doesn't look like I've done a lot of work here, but trust me, yo boy, been super busy. But that's the plan. This is the general idea of this area. Now I expect it to evolve, especially as far as the technology goes. I mean, right now it's just button here, send them on their way once I get what I want. But I'm thinking of either extending this really far down, or maybe like all of the library and villagers on this corridor, and then it'll turn a corner and be like a bunch of clerics, and then turn a corner and be a bunch of farmers, and then turn a corner and be something else. You know, I think it could be a really huge grand scale type thing, but right now just basic general idea, and I thought it was a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Alright guys, so we're about out of time for the day, but before we wrap things up, we need to talk about what I wanted to work on, as well as give credit where credit is due. This little section right here of our little trading hall, I pulled it from a trading hall design by Logical Geek Boy. Just been able to pull them out of here as such. I think that was a nice little way to do it, so that's where I got that one. Our little villager breeder here, this is a design by Impulse SV. It's fantastic. All these will be linked down in the description below. The only difference I changed with this because of some issues I was having, it tends to do with 1.16 with the villagers and how they react with their beds and such. I put this little carpet here. It keeps them from one of the villagers from when they go to sleep from spawning in this little space right here. For some reason they do, but yeah, so there's that one, and then there's our iron farm here, and this is by Doc M77, and there's some little variants that I did to it as well, like these little half slabs here, just over top of the ends of the beds that keeps them from spawning on the edge of the bed instead of back in their little pod. But that's mainly the only differences. Now, the one thing that I wanted to work on, but like I said, we're all out of time, is I wanted to work on our iron farm here instead of coming down here to collect our stuff, which I need a lot more storage for this situation. But instead of adding more storage, yes, burn, would you? Burn. I want to do a auto sorting system to sort out all the flowers and turn those into a composter, which leads into bone meal. So that's going to do that automatically while simultaneously filtering out the iron, and I want that to be raised probably by a water elevator up to the surface and into a storage situation. So I'm going to try to work on that a little bit off camera, but if you'd like to see how I do it once it's complete, you just let me know, baby. But like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this little episode. A little rusty getting back into it. Took that week off or so since I had the issues with the editing software, but it was a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell icon so every time I upload, you can come hang out with your boy. And we'll see you next time. See ya. Bye bye.